I would have Tottenham to win, but can't rule out Liverpool. They are somewhat the comeback king. If you score on Liverpool first, just know that they are coming back. All right, welcome back to All Round Sports Talk with your host Renoy Allen. Today we'll be talking about the English Premier League. It's been a while since I did a video on the football, but we're back today and we'll be previewing week 7. So far we have 6 games played, and the leader is Manchester City on 18 points. They've won all 6 of their games. Liverpool is second with 16 points. Brighton is third with 15 points, and Tottenham fourth with 14. Also, Arsenal is on 14. So that's the top 5. So a lot of teams have been playing very good. Unlike my team, Chelsea, they are really playing bad this year. Bad isn't even the word. Atrocious football by Chelsea, but eventually I hope they get it right. Manchester United haven't looked so wonderful either. I think Manchester United, based on their transfer window, I don't think they had a very good transfer window, and then they had bad luck with injuries and stuff. So, but the difference between Man U and Chelsea is that Man U will play poorly in a game and still find a way to win, while Chelsea will have all the possession of the ball and still find a way to lose. But it is what it is, and hopefully in the upcoming weeks Chelsea can put a run of fixtures together and get climb up the table. But currently Chelsea is 14 on 5 points, their worst start in a while, and Manchester United is 9th on 9 points and from 6 games. But this week we have a full slate of games. First up, Saturday mornings, we have Aston Villa versus Brighton. That's gonna be a good game. 2 good teams. Brighton is on the up and coming in terms of making a statement in English football and also European football. Aston Villa is also in Europe. But for right now, I don't believe Aston Villa is in the best of forms. So for that one, I'm going to give Brighton the victory. Predict score, I would say Brighton 2-1. And also the next game we have Bournemouth versus Arsenal. So Arsenal, as I said before, in 5th place on the same points as Tottenham. Yet, so the 2 London teams are on the same point. But Arsenal will play Bournemouth. That should be a good game for Arsenal. I have them winning that 2-0. Everton, Luton Town. Everton is going to win that one. As I said in my previous video, I don't see where Luton will get it's hard to see a victory for Luton Town this year. So that's why I had them being relegated. So Everton will win that one. I would say 3-1. Manchester United versus Crystal Palace. This is a repeat from the game that was played Tuesday in the EPL Cup, where Man United won 3-0. Albeit Crystal Palace rested some of their starting team. But I believe this match is going to be a good match. If we see the form that we've seen in the Premier League from Man U and the form that we've seen in Crystal Palace, I would have this match as a draw. Right? I would have this match as a draw. But don't be surprised, as I said, Man United find a way to win games that they're not supposed to win. But yeah, so Man United, I'll have the draw, but I'll give Man United the win eventually. Newcastle versus Burnley. Newcastle gave Sheffield United 8-0 last game week. Pretty astounding victory there from Newcastle. Outside of that 8-0, they've beaten City 1-0 in the EPL Cup, albeit City rested some players. But Newcastle is a good team. They're in the Champions League this year. Burnley not so good, not showing as good form as we saw in the Championship. But also outside of that 8-0 and that City defeat, Newcastle haven't been playing that well, and I think Burnley is going to compete in this game. So I have this game as a draw as well. West Ham versus Sheffield. As I said, Sheffield just got 8, and West Ham is in good form, so I have West Ham winning that one 2-0. Wolves versus Manchester City. Manchester City looks unstoppable this year. So Wolves play good. They play good football, but they just can't seem to find the back of the net. So I'll have that one, City 3-0. Then the big game of the weekend, Tottenham versus Liverpool. That should be a good game. So whatever you're doing on Saturday, 12:30 US time, 11:30 Jamaica time, please make sure you're in tune with that game. Liverpool versus Tottenham. I would say I would have Tottenham to win, but can't rule out Liverpool. They are somewhat the comeback king. If you score on Liverpool first, just know that they are coming back into the game. But I see this game as a 2-2 draw. And on Sunday we have Nottingham Forest versus Brentford. Brentford not in the best of forms in the last couple games. Nottingham is at home. Nottingham usually plays good at home. So I'll have Nottingham Forest winning that game 1-0. And then on Monday we have Fulham versus Chelsea. London derby. Chelsea haven't beaten an EPL team in the top 15 in 500 and odd days. Wow, let that sink in. So Chelsea versus Fulham. Not having my hopes up, but even though Chelsea is losing, they're not really conceding that many goals, but they just can't score. That's the problem for Chelsea. So I would want to say a 0-0 or maybe Fulham 1-0. But yeah, it's hard to see Chelsea winning a game at this point. So yeah, that's the fixtures for this week. Also, I want to touch on a topic. I want you guys to leave your comments. People also, please like, share, and subscribe. Please, we want the viewership, we want the page to grow. Also, I have a question for you. Just leave your answer in the comments. So I brought this topic up in a couple groups that I was in, but I want to hear from the YouTube family. So you have Team A, right? Playing versus Team B. Team A has 90% possession of the football. Team B scores a goal in the 81st minute of the game, wins the game 1-0. This is a game that you watch. You saw Team A dominate, taking 10 shots on target, but just can't seem to score. Game over, Team B win 1-0. You see someone down the road. They ask you, who played the best? What will your answer be? Is it Team A, who had 90% of the football, all the shots on target, but couldn't score? Or Team B, who won 1-0, but didn't have much of the ball? Which team would you say play better? Please leave your comments and let me know what you think. This has been All Around Sports Talk with your host Renai Allen, and we'll see you another time.